Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Today, we're diving into something that made the entire fandom go silent. A simple birthday livestream from Park Jimin, which turned out to hold far more stories than it seemed. No big stage, no glamorous party. Just Jimin, a warm room, and perhaps someone off camera who made his smile look a little different that night. Was Jungkook really there? Or was it all just a beautiful illusion, too perfect not to believe? Let's dive in together, second by second, glance by glance, into one of the warmest and most mysterious moments in Jikook history. The night was quiet in Seoul. City lights glowed softly behind the window, cutting through the crisp autumn air. But in one cozy corner, a young man sat calmly in front of the camera, wearing a gray beanie and oversized glasses. He looked at the screen, smiled faintly, and spoke in that gentle voice the world has come to know. Hello everyone. That was Park Jimin on his birthday. A simple live stream that was supposed to be just a moment of gratitude, yet somehow became an emotional phenomenon among fans worldwide. This year, Jimin's birthday live wasn't held in a studio or on a grand stage. He chose a more personal setting, a softly lit room, an orange chair behind him, and the warmth of home all around. No extravagant decorations, no giant cake. Just Jimin, his calm voice, and a sincere smile. But it didn't take long before fans noticed something different. Several times, Jimin turned his head to the side. He chuckled quietly, glanced in that same direction, and smiled, as if someone off camera was watching him. Eagle-eyed fans caught it immediately. And that's where it all began. I'm sure Jungkook was there. On social media, theories exploded. One of the most talked about comments came from a fan who wrote, "I'm sure JK was there," as Jimin kept looking to the side and smiling. That simple sentence spread like wildfire. Fans started analyzing every tiny detail. His eye movements, the way he bit his lip, the little moments where he seemed to suppress laughter. And then came the image that stopped the fandom in its tracks. On one side, Jimin during the live, wearing a gray beanie and loose shirt, pointing toward the back of the room with a playful grin. On the other, a photo of someone asleep, mouth slightly open, face relaxed, and fans instantly recognized him. Was it Jungkook, sleeping at Jimin's place? The comparison spread across Twitter, TikTok, and global fanbases in just hours. The narrative? That Jungkook might have been there all along, just off camera. But fans didn't stop at theories. They started digging deeper. The orange chair behind Jimin looked identical to one seen in Jungkook's past home vlog photos. That Jimin's tone, soft, sometimes lowering his gaze while smiling for no apparent reason, felt like he was talking to someone outside the frame. That at one point, Jimin said jokingly, "I'm not alone, but you won't know," which fans took as a clue rather than a joke. For them, this wasn't about finding proof, but about recognizing the quiet warmth they'd seen between Jimin and Jungkook for years. Within the BTS world, there's something special about Jimin and Jungkook, known lovingly as Jikook. It's not just about closeness. It's about a connection that feels natural and unspoken. They rarely talk about each other publicly, yet always appear in the smallest details. A shared glance that's too soft, a smile that comes at the same moment, or a protective instinct that shows without words. Jimin, with his gentle nature, and Jungkook, with his protective side, together they create a chemistry that words can't fully capture. And this birthday livestream only reinforced one thing. Even when they're not seen together, their energy seems to fill the same space. Under one of the recap videos, another comment stood out and quickly went viral. Jimin and JK live together in the mansion and are very happy. JK probably didn't appear because he wanted to protect Jimin from haters. For some, that's just a fan theory. But for those who've followed their journey for years, it felt like a missing puzzle piece that finally fit. They believe Jungkook didn't hide out of fear, but out of love. He wanted Jimin to have the spotlight, to shine on his special day without distraction, without controversy, just pure happiness. And if you rewatch the live, you might feel it too. That quiet comfort that's hard to explain. Jimin didn't seem nervous or lonely. He looked relaxed, occasionally laughing for no clear reason. Maybe because someone was watching from behind the camera, smiling as always. someone who has always felt like home. When the side-by-side images surfaced, Jimin on camera, Jungkook sleeping peacefully, fans felt like they were seeing two halves of one life. One speaking softly to the world, the other resting nearby, serene and content. There's something beautiful about a bond unspoken, yet undeniably real. If they did spend that night together, maybe sharing warm tea, soft music, and quiet laughter, then that's love in its purest form, love that doesn't need an audience. For fans, this wasn't just about theory. It was about peace, the reassurance that the two people who've given so much love to the world might finally be happy, even if that happiness appears only in fleeting smiles and hidden glances. As the live came to an end, Jimin lowered his head slightly and said, "Thank you for all the love. You made my day so meaningful." He waved to the camera, and just before the screen faded to black, he turned once more to the right, the same direction as all those quiet glances before. He chuckled softly. Maybe coincidence, maybe not. But for thousands watching, it felt like a signal, a silent message. That final smile seemed to say, "He's here. You don't need to know everything, just know that I'm happy." That night ended with warmth in the hearts of millions. A simple live stream became a global conversation, not because of drama or spectacle, but because of genuine intimacy. In a world obsessed with noise and attention, Jimin brought something rare, honest stillness. And maybe that's why fans are so sure that behind the screen, between those hidden smiles and quiet laughter, there was someone who made Jimin feel at home. Jimin's 2025 birthday will be remembered not for a grand party or massive event, but for one simple moment where his small smile made the world believe that true love doesn't always have to be seen, to be felt. And as the screen slowly faded to black, Jimin turned once more to the right, that same direction of all those secret glances, and smiled. No yes, no, no, just a soft laugh and light in his eyes. Maybe it was coincidence. Or maybe it was Jimin's quiet way of telling the world, "He's here. And I'm happy." In a world full of noise and spotlight, Jikook remains silent. But a silence that's warm, a silence that feels like home. If you felt it too, hit the like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Do you think Jungkook was really in the room that night? See you in the next video, only on Jikook Moments, where every glance tells a story.